G'day, just a quickie before the video to let you know that tempsits.com is now up and running. So you can buy stickers, soon you'll be able to buy key tags. Check it out, tempsits.com.
What is going on, boys and girls? It is your boy Temporary Citizen. Today I'm back at Coast Yamaha on this absolute weapon of a machine. I've said this before, but I genuinely think this could possibly be the craziest thing I will ever ride in my entire life. This R1 actually belongs to one of the fellas here at Coasties, and it's got it for sale for 19.5 grand at the moment. So if you want a worked R1 in great condition, come see Benny at Coast Yamaha, buy his bike. Oh mama. So he's given me a rundown before we start on the menu screen. You can probably watch a whole lot of videos online about all the crazy different things that they do, but yeah, there's so much you can do with this bike. And boy do I feel silly on this. This makes the R6 that I rode feel big. This is just like a tiny little super sport weapon. So before we get started, it's rocking an Acro slip-on and link pipe. It's had a power commander and retuned, putting out crazy amounts of horsepower. I think it's like 185 at the wheel. Yeah, and it's just had a whole lot of little goodies. It's got tank grips on it. It's got the tail tidy and everything else. Grips are on it. They're quite nice. It's powder coated the wheels. This thing looks sick. I don't reckon I've seen one like this before, and it is just crazy. It is a track weapon. So I'm going to take it for a bit of a spin, and then, yeah, if I survive, I'll upload the video. So my legs actually almost fit under this little tank bit here, which is nice. That doesn't happen too often. Right, this whole ride, all I'll be able to think is, don't bin it, don't lose my license. Don't bin it, don't lose my license. Oh, that sounds so nice. It's like idling at 60 in second. Okay, make no mistake, this is absolutely the most powerful thing I've ever been on. So I've got it in A mode, which is the most powerful. I think I've got most of the traction control stuff on pretty basic, as in it stops me from binning the bike, because, you know, as much as you're probably thinking you'd like to see it in full nuts mode, I don't want to break it, so I'm quite happy having it in bitch mode. But yeah, it's got a great little dash there. I don't quite fit behind. Oh, actually I can move back a fair bit, but like, these are just small bikes because they're designed for going very fast around a track, and they're not designed for like big lanky 6 or 7 people. So those brakes are also nuts. They've got the stopping power of something that stops really well. So luckily I've got my Kevlar chinos on and leather jacket in case I come off. mind you, if I do come off, I hope that I die, because I don't want to have to deal with breaking Ben's bike. But no, this thing is nice. So it's got a they've got crazy amounts of technology on this thing, like, because it's got a 6-axis gyro, it detects the back wheel like spinning out and, like, you know, over sliding and compensating for that, and things that you just never even think of. They've thought of it, and they've done it, and they've made it nice. So yeah, it's a little bit different to the 2000 R1 I had. You know, that thing was basic as fuck, didn't even have power modes, and this thing can, like, tell if you haven't washed your foreskin. You know, it is crazy. So this is just about the peak of road bike engineering at the moment. So these bikes are nuts. They are just redonkulous speed machines. I have no idea how they're legal, but they are apparently. Guns aren't legal, but this thing is. Alright, now I've got to keep my head up so that we can't see the speedo. Oh fuck, it's got a quick shifter. Oh, just feel that popping. So it's definitely super sport, you know, it's not as maneuverable low down as all the naked bikes are. And actually, you know what, because it's got the grips on the side of the tank there, it's not as bad as I thought it would be comfort wise. You know, it's definitely not a tracer, but you know, it's not bad at all. Probably ride it for a little while and not hate yourself. More comfortable than the R6 was, so it's got that going for it. It's just so, it's very touchy because it's, you know, designed for a racetrack. You know, this is definitely not a learner motorcycle. Everything about this bike just screams speed. You know, it's like their design goal was speed. And that's all they cared about. You know, the seat is like a slight little bit of foam over the frame, you know, it's not. And there's no way that I can go fast enough to lean it over legally, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this is nice. You can just, it'd be very nice if I had a racetrack, but instead I've got bumpier roads in the hills to play with. It almost, because we're not going quick enough, it feels harder to go through these sort of corners than like the naked bikes do. You know, because you're like leaning over requires speed, and I'm just not allowed to go the speeds that this bike needs and wants. But it's very torquey. You know? I think it'd be very hard, once you got used to this bike, it'd be insanely hard to keep your license on it. But, oh, those brakes. You just have to like tap the brake and you can feel it pulling you back. They are quality brakes. I honestly don't think you should buy this bike if you don't plan on going to a track, because the bike just deserves more, you know. It is sitting there begging to be spanked. And if you're only riding on the road, it's like showing up with this, with a flaccid member. It's like if you had to serve as a Victoria's Secret model, and all you could do is kiss her, You're just not using it to its full potential, basically. But that dash is very easy to read. It looks cool. It's very modern and futuristic. I've come a long way in the last 17 years since my R1. Now, one issue with these reviews is that I can't ride the bikes to their full potential. I see how they go on the streets. And this bike is just... it's not in its element, You ever heard the saying, judging a goldfish on its ability to climb a tree? It's the same thing, Of course this bike isn't going to do well, 60 k's an hour in traffic. Watch out for the gravel. So I can't even get anywhere near where you're meant to rev it to, because it's just too fast. Obviously this bike performs a lot better when you're in the right rev range. I mean, it's got a track setting for the tacho, and the revs start at 8,000. I don't think I've even hit 8,000 in this ride, because you're already license losing territory. So, and that's where the bike comes to life, 8,000 RPM and, above. And if I do go play in that range, I can't put the footage on YouTube, because I'm going to lose my license. So if you want to see that sort of stuff, go watch Baron Von Grumble take his around the track. I just handle the streets, baby. I can do this though, no hands, baby. Aren't I cool? That feels so weird to do on such a low, small bike like this, go on no hands. Because you just, I feel like this would be an absolute cop magnet though, because it's loud and it looks fast. And then I look stupid on it. But if you're planning on those brakes, you don't have to do anything. You just think about touching that lever and it stops you. That's sick. Alright, so not comfortable, crazy powerful, insane brakes is the basic summary of this bike. Also, it looks sick and will probably go faster than any car that you're allowed to have on the streets. Imagine how much different the Fast and Furious movies would be if they just rode these. They wouldn't be furious, they would just be crazy fast. You just gotta rub the throttle a little bit and it's speeding. There's idle 100 k's an hour. And that's it. This is one of the two. Yeah, this is the issue with super sport, with very fast bikes and reviewing them. I don't have a track to use. Just want to make sure everyone knows that this bike is much beyond my capabilities. Someone wants to sit at 50 in the 60 zone when I'm on a 200 horsepower bike up their ass. Far out. Yeah, I wish there was more I could say about this bike, but it's just too much for me. I think I'd genuinely prefer an MT-09 than this bike, because I just can't use it. Even the MT-10 feels like it's a bit crazier for the streets. Just with how they're geared, this, it feels like it's not going anywhere and you're already doing the speed limit. And that's without getting the pull of the acceleration. So if you were to ride it around, it's just too much to enjoy. Can you not? I could have had a sick run then. This bike belongs at the track. Funnily enough, super sport bikes are track bikes, bro. Especially these days, everyone's just the police force is so hard on speeding. I don't think I'd want to ride this as like an everyday bike. I'm saying I wouldn't want an R1 because, you know, I'm not an idiot. Like, this bike is crazy, and it'll probably serve anyone very well on the track. I'm sure they could do incredibly well because this bike does so much of the work for you. But if you're just looking to ride to work and back, which I am most of the time, don't buy one of these because you'll either lose your license or hate yourself for ruining the bike. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell me how much of a little bitch I am in the comments, because I agree with you. And I will see you all on the next one. Fuck that poor clutch. Peace.